Adam, 6 players in double-figure points, 21 assists on 33 made buckets. He put the good team tonight.
Yeah, I feel like most of those points and assists probably came in that run in the second, and then it dried up a little bit after that. But that's the thing, right? We've got to do things by collective, and guys will find their moment. I thought Duke had a great night tonight, and I know I've been quite restrictive with some of his minutes previously, so we went with his momentum, and that's just 3 quarters. Is there a full quarter? No stat sheet. That's right. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, no, it was. It's always good when you do it by committee, and then like usual, we had DJ sort of close it out with some big plays at the end.
When you went on that 22-point run to lead by 18, are you disappointed that the opposition gets back in front like they did in that fourth term?
Yes and no. If anything, it sort of just exposes the void again that we're trying to still fill with Keanu, and that's not going to be an overnight solution. So we go on that run because we're splashing threes and we're doing a good job defensively. What hurt us, right, was the 56 points in the paint. When the offense, our offense is generated by a lot of transition tap break. There's no secret with that. And so, when they're shooting a lot of foul shots and when they're getting a lot of points in the paint, that just slows us down. And so not only the void that Keanu is on the defensive end, but also on the offensive end, when it is stunted, we go, all right, let's roll it into KP. Let's get in the block. Let's get in a trans flash, whatever it may be. We didn't have that as well. So, we're trying to find different avenues to score and different avenues to get stops. But yeah, sort of by committee, as you said, but, we're still learning.
What about the start from Ben Air?
Yeah, it was unfortunate. It was my fault that he picked up his 4th. I should have got him out sooner. I didn't think. I got to remember the away team doesn't always necessarily get the blow of the whistle, but I thought I could ride with his momentum a little bit more, knowing that we needed to. And so, I had to challenge it, right, because that was his 4th foul. And, I'm the result of him sort of slowing up his run. So, it was cool to see him get out there and hoop. And that's what we want, right? Be aggressive. That was a really important message for everybody. There was times, right, where we're making silly shots, just go shoot it yourself. Silly passes. Shannon did one to Sam at the end of the quarter, you shoot it. Why are you trying to dime it unnecessarily? Bull had a couple where he drove and he had it, and he's trying to pass it. And Ben didn't have that problem, right? He just went and got buckets, so love it.
Are these bigger wins than they appear because Keanu's not there? Is that a silly statement? Are you more excited than you normally be winning these games without being the candidate?
Yeah, and I think about when I was here last year, and I remember Gorge very, very, he didn't have to, but it was kind of cool that he sort of talked about what we were trying to build at Cairns. He saw the early stages of it, and one of the things that Gorge said was we're doing a good job, and once they get their pieces, they're going to be dangerous, and he saw that in us, and I sort of have to acknowledge it. And I'm not trying to blow smoke up anyone's ass, but you see it with those guys, and I spoke with Harvey and even with Jacob, but you can see these guys that are they're really committed, and they're just a couple of pieces away from being in the winners column. So it's great that we got the win on the road, 100%. It's great that we got the win without KP, but we didn't walk into this place thinking it was going to be a pushover. And I think this is the first time maybe this year we actually built a lead and held on to win. We seem to be down and win, and we seem to be up and lose. So that's a nice little tick box for us.
As this gentleman mentioned, you helped them out but they did get back in that 3rd quarter. The only thing is what were your words to the boys, knowing that they're a team, despite that they look on paper that they're under command, but they can play, they've shown you. So what were your words to the boys?
It was pretty much the same message we had before the game. Is they're a dangerous team when you've got players who are talented with nothing to lose type mentality to try and put on a show in front of their home crowd. There's no pushover, and so even when they started to chip away and bring it back to single-digit margin, a lot of it was just the same message that we had beforehand, which was get through our stuff, take a breath, don't get caught up in the moment, play each possession for what it is.
Do you think you gave up too many fouls during the game? Because there was a lot of fouls. Both teams, though.
There was a lot of fouls, wasn't there? There was a lot of fouls.
No, just a quick one for me. Sam Waardenburg, he finished with 25 and 13 rebounds. Did you guys find him hard to contain? Did you have a certain plan for him tonight? Or anything like that?
I mean, he's a good player, right? And that was the thing. Like, Froling is a good player, and we knew that, you know, they were going to run the offense a lot through him and Harvey. And I feel like we're stitching you up by, you know, it wasn't just them, but yeah, like, you know, that was their directive, right? And like, we're limited. You know, we're rotating. Davey had a great, you know, first half, but you know, he's a 6'5" rebounding machine, and he's still a tough cover for Froling. So, yeah, man, he's tough. Like, he's a good player. He's a great human being, and awesome future in front of him.
And we're proud of the way the boys rallied late. Like, this place can get really pumping there with the home team's going, rolling at the end. We're happy with the way the boys showed resilience and got the win.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great atmosphere out there. You know, I know there's been a lot of like talk about the numbers of the crowds and so forth, but man, they're lively. They make up for whatever they feel like people on the outside are missing, that they think they don't have, because I hear it, you know, and you know, it's a bit of fun banter. It's a good little bit of back and forth, and but for us, right, it's about finding ways to win. And this is, you know, it was a different way to find a way to win in Adelaide, and today on the road was a different way to find it. You know, I'd like to sit back and maybe just enjoy a 20-point margin and not have to stress out. But, you know, that's the cool thing about this group, right, is, you know, we just find ways to sort of just nut it out. I don't think that's the right word.
Sam, 11 and 9, will stats review give you double-double? An extra ball in there somewhere?
Oh, we'll chase it down.
I'm not sure. I don't even
chase
know
it
what I
down.
had. Yeah, I wasn't
11
really worried about like how many rebounds they got or anything. I just wanted to go get them, try help the team out in that category. And I've been kind of lacking in rebounding count past few games. So, you know, that was on my mind going in. But yeah, I didn't know what I had. But yeah.
From a player's perspective, how are the Taipans travelling at the moment, in your opinion, especially without KP?
Yeah, obviously, you know, losing KP, that's tough. He's our, you know, MVP candidate guy, and but the guys, you know, we understand what we need to do. We understand the guys that need to step up, and you know, you have guys like JD and Ben who sorry.
Still operating. Yeah, it looks like it's still,
still
on.
live. But yeah, you know, Ben and JD coming in, playing big minutes. Mirko also stepping up, hitting that 4-point play, giving us energy there. You know, like everyone's kind of stepping up, and the energy with the boys is like really, really high right now. Yeah, and we're, you know, going to prepare well for Brisbane next, and get ready for that.
Yeah, with 12 wins now, that equals the most in the league along with Sydney. How conscious are you of your ladder position with the new system this year, top 2 in the playing tournament?
Yeah, you know, you look at the ladder and whatnot, but at the end of the day, you know, it's just you got to kind of take each game, game by game, and prepare for each one. So yeah, you can look at it, but you know, you just got to take each game and try to get a dub, and hopefully it'll sort itself out.
Beautiful. Appreciate it. Thank you. I'll give that back to you. Yeah, we'll go ahead and straight. Oh, sorry. What? No. Sorry.
Sorry, I'll be quick.
No, you're good.
Couple of quick ones, Sam. You talked about having to step up and how everyone has to step up without Keanu. Can you talk more specifically about what has changed for you in terms of your role these last couple of games?
Sorry. Yeah, as I said, you know, kind of that rebounding mentality. Even if like last game, you know, I think I only had like 4 rebounds or whatnot, but you know, it was in the back of my mind just to turn around and box out whoever I was guarding so someone else can get the rebound. You know, I think a few guys are doing that right now really well. You know, DJ with 8 rebounds, Juki with 7. You know, everyone's just kind of got that mentality, and that's kind of the biggest thing out, because, you know, without KP, that's a big hole that we got there, and yeah, I feel like we're doing a decent job to cover that.
Looking ahead to Thursday night, in a funny way, are you hoping that Aaron Baines plays for Brisbane so you get to challenge yourself up against him?
Yeah, you know, anytime you get to play someone like that who's been in the NBA, you know, for several years, that's always exciting. And, you know, I love challenges like that, you know, coming from like college and the ACC or every night playing someone who's probably going to be a first round pick or something like that. So, you know, you love those matchups, so you play for those, and that's why you play the game. So, yeah, I'd love for him to play, and I'd love to have that matchup, yeah.
What challenges do the Bullets present for you on Thursday, Forde?
You know, Sobery's rolling at the moment, and like I said, they've got a lot of bigs with you know, Gak's been well, doing very well, and Baines, as you mentioned, and so, you know, like, again, another team, right, that's, you know, doing pretty well because they're going with that mindset of like nothing to lose, and Vandy's doing a good job of, you know, rallying the boys with, you know, the expectation of, you know, there's no matter what you do, go out there and play with pride. And you know, we're on a road trip, so you factor in, you know, we're sleeping in a hotel, and, you know, we're 3 games in 7 days, and all the other stuff, right, that comes with it. But you know, you just got to approach it for the team that they are, and you know, they're a good basketball team. You know, again, you got a lot of clowns that will say what they want to say on the outside, but, you know, with the people looking in, knowing that the type of talent that they have, you don't underestimate anybody.